I'm not a console gamer. I'm a PC gamer. But even though I primarily game on PC, I'm not gonna bash console gamers for playing on consoles. I've had viewers that play on consoles. That's perfectly fine by me. I am, however, going to bash you for dumb takes. And one of the dumbest takes that I see console peasants make is, PC gamers don't buy games. They only pirate them. These statistics show otherwise. New reports say PC games are outselling console games and how the PC market is a bright spot in a troubled industry. Oh, you bet your ass this industry is troubled. PlayStation 5 is underwhelming. Xbox Series X is just there. The only manufacturer that is remotely successful is Nintendo. Hell, people are looking forward to the Switch 2. But even so, PC manufacturers are competing against the Switch 2 by offering their own handheld gaming PCs like the Steam Deck, ROG Ally, Legion Go, MSI Claw, etc. Oh, and let's not forget mobile. That market has been sucking gacha whales dry. So to all the console gamers out there, you can stick to your PS5 for a while, but the more Sony and Xbox underwhelm, the more PC and mobile will dominate. Kind of like how they're doing in the Eastern gaming market right now. Before I move on to more PC and console gaming hooplas, there is one more hoopla that I do have to mention about PC, and this does have everything to do with piracy. It is insane how easy it is to crack Windows or Office using Mass or GitHub. And it's shocking that Microsoft just lets it happen on a platform that they themselves own. I guess that's how you grab most of the PC operating system market in the world, or at least second before Android. Still, if you're not that comfortable cracking products from billion-dollar corporations, there is an option of buying original Windows and Office for $150 or something. So, how do you use the activation script again? Okay, if you still feel uncomfortable using PowerShell and copying links to crack Office and Windows, you can also buy CD keys from Key Resellers like this, who also got copies of Office and Windows for $8.11. That is so cheap, right? This CD key reseller claimed that they're verified by Twitter X team, but they're not verified by the Twitter X team. They just bought the checkmark. They keep telling people that they are verified, but again, being verified on Twitter X involves buying the checkmark. That's it. It has nothing to do with Twitter X literally verifying them. So this is highly misleading. I personally don't recommend these CD key resellers because the copies that are being sold there come from very questionable means. I'd rather you guys just use Mass on GitHub. It's a lot safer and it's free. But okay, if you still feel guilty of swindling billion-dollar corporations, you can swindle them and future scam victims by buying through CD key resellers. Alright, let's get back to the console war. It's quite rare for me to make fun of PC gamers. Some of you can be incredibly arrogant with your powers. There were some leaks about the PlayStation 6 and that it could feature Zen 6. We're currently in Zen 5 and the PS5 is in Zen 2, so it sounds like it's going to be a massive improvement. I bring this up because this PC gamer, for some reason, decided to flex his setup. Why are you talking like you understand technology? Bro, you don't even understand how to spell. It's not the SMS era anymore. You have 280 characters, and we have autocorrects for a reason. Also, the PC doesn't need a PC too because it's always superior. Well, yeah, I know. I chose PCs over consoles any day. But to suggest that the PC doesn't have a sequel is just misleading because hardware innovations on PC happen every year, and they will continue to happen. I own a rig that destroys absolutely everything in your household. Ooh, scary. Am I supposed to be impressed by your pretty RGB lights? The PC is an Intel Core i9 13th gen. Hopefully you don't have any reliability issues because that's what happened to the 13th and 14th gen Intel CPUs lately. It was patched last time I checked, but it's still a genuine cause of concern. RTX 4070 is fine, but 128 gigs of DDR5 RAM? Why would you need 128 gigs? No gamer in the world will ever need that. Or at least not now. The storage is 2TB SSD NVMe, which is fine, and the cooling is using a 360 AIO liquid cooler. Wait, hold on a second. This PC is still on sale. This isn't even yours. Why are you lying? I posted it because I own it. Yeah, right. Sure, buddy. I could have easily picked the best PC with the highest specs just to flex. Bro, flexing requires owning the thing you're flexing. Just saying. Alright, now we're back to our regularly scheduled peasant mockery. This time, it's for game developers that made the most baffling decisions. So there's this game called Code Violet, a survival horror game inspired by Dino Crisis. The game is developed by the people who made Quantum Error, one of the most negatively received games released on the PlayStation 5. I mean, look at those ratings. They are not good. Apparently, it's an asset flip garbage. That explains the ratings. This game got into my spotlight because of their horrible take about modding. The game is only released on PlayStation 5 and not the PC because they don't want vulgar mods on the PC to any of the characters. Why? Because they respect the voice actors and don't want to screw them with sexy mods. Wait, just the voice actors? Do they also provide the face and mocap models too? Because if they don't, then I don't see why you would respect them by preventing nude mods of character models that are not even them. But assuming that they are also the face models, then any of the actors that have problem with it can contact the modding website and request it to be taken down. It is your likeness after all that can't technically be copyrighted. I don't see why you have to stand up for them in this issue. And I don't see why you decide to forego an entire platform simply because some people might mod the game. This is just a baffling decision all around. You are shooting yourself in the foot for absolutely no reason. The mods are not tarnishing the reputation of the actors. You are tarnishing the reputation for putting them on blast for this insanely embarrassing display of terrible decisions. But hey, it's your game after all. Considering that your last game is an asset flip trash, I think the PlayStation fanboys do deserve this exclusive. PlayStation fanboys are in full defense mode once a game developer decide not to release their game on PC because those nude mods are disgusting. These are the same developers who made the asset flip trash Quantum Error. Great devs you got there, fanboys. This is why PCMR cucks don't deserve to have nice things. How generous of you to assume that this thing is nice. I stand by this dev. Digital vandalism is unacceptable. Digital vandalism? Do you seriously consider modding PC games digital vandalism? You wanna know what I consider digital vandalism? The asset flip trash that this developer made. So awesome to see developers take a stand against PC gaming and the PC loser community. The PC loser community? They are some of the biggest spenders of money in gaming. They're the ones that contribute to the very same hardware that run your consoles right now. But okay then, they are losers, right? They are mad they can't pirate the game for free. Yeah, right. We're mad because an asset flip trash developer doesn't release their game on PC. Clearly, we need a lot more of those, right? Pirating games on PC is completely insane. No? Not really. That's a thing that happened since the inception of PC gaming. It's the one thing I recommend people do ever since big companies love to screw people over with all sorts of terrible business practices. But hey, I hope you can please those PlayStation gamers with the next asset flip trash. PC gamers love those 18 plus mods and people really don't like it. I told you all, PC's the GOONER Platform. Fun fact, a lot of viewers from GoonHub are watching their porn from their PlayStation. I am dead serious when I say this. Do you guys not have phones? The main mods of PC are of men's genitals. I don't know where you're getting this information from, but that's just not factually accurate to a lot of modding community in games. In Remake 4, for example, despite Leon being the main playable character, naked Ada Wong is on the first page. Nude Leon is on the second page. And even then, I don't think it's the gays that downloaded the Leon nude mods. I think it's the straight women. Why are PC gamers always begging for PC ports? They used to because their games are great. But now, they don't have to. We could just wait for a couple years and Sony or the developers will give it to us. Because PC has no identity. So you're saying that it needs games to have an identity? You do realize that we do have games, right? All-time classics even? One that's ported everywhere? PC gets nothing to justify their $8,000 purchase. No one buys $8,000 PCs. If we absolutely hate money, the most that we can go right now is $4,700. I don't know where you get this price figure. Literally, Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth had a lot of port beggars. No? Not really. 15 is on PC. 7 Remake is on PC. So it's no surprise their next game are also gonna be on PC too. Also, Square Enix committed to making their games on PC because their games are not performing well at all. You're stupid if you deny PC being the GOONER platform and pretend to be blind. Oh no, we're not denying that we love our nude mods. We're asking why you think it's a bad thing. I'm a PC gamer, no question about it, but I am not on the side of the premium 4K 60 FPS master race that spent $3,000, $4,000 on their rig. I live in Indonesia. The economy here isn't great. I represent the budget crowds. I'm the kind of guy that still plays games on 1080p 30 FPS. I talk more about budget stuff because most people aren't rich, but that doesn't mean that they can't have fun playing games. I bring that up because this console gamer has this misconception. I love how the majority of PC gamers don't even own a PC that's as powerful as a base PS5. Yeah. and there's nothing wrong with that, as long as the games are fun. I'm actually starting to play games at low settings deliberately, even though my laptop can't technically run it on high, or even ultra. Funnily enough, it doesn't really hamper the experience to me. In fact, it reminds me of when I had an NVIDIA GT210, and I had to catch up with the Mass Effect trilogy on low settings. As long as the gameplay is good, then there's really nothing to complain about. They love acting like they're the master race. Well, being part of the master race is not just about graphics and frame rate. It's about what you can do with the PC. This is always the thing with you PC gamers, always bragging about power you don't personally have. Just because I don't have a 5090 doesn't dismiss the fact that the 5090 is a really powerful GPU that absolutely crushes the consoles. The majority of you bums have mid to crap tier PCs. Yeah, so what? We have games to play. We can play them. We're having fun with it. We're talking about the potential that PC gaming can do. Why are you salty? Go back to the poor table with your potato PC, you scrub. Wow, you sound very salty that people that are poorer than you can have better gaming platform than yours. Sorry that we're having fun. But yeah, can I go back to playing games on low settings for a bit? Recently, I've been playing modern games deliberately on 1080p 30 FPS and low settings. I don't have to with my RTX 3060 laptop. I can't usually get away with medium, but I want to relive the memories back when I was in middle school when I had my NVIDIA GT210. I had to lower all sorts of settings for modern games to even run. That, and I have to deal with choppy, unplayable frame rates. What I found out very surprising is that modern games at their lowest settings don't really look that bad. Can you tell that this gameplay of RoboCop Rogue City is running on the lowest settings? Maybe with a comparison, but during combat, it's not something you notice. And this is an Unreal Engine 5 game, which a lot of people have optimization issues with. Resident Evil 4 Remake on low settings do look noticeably bad, but that's because anti-aliasing is off. I bumped up anti-aliasing, anisotropic filtering, and some gore, destruction, and corpse effects. They're all minor tweaks from the low settings, but it still looks stunning. So low settings plus basic anti-aliasing seems like the way to go. Here's Ghost of Tsushima running on low settings with anti-aliasing. This is a phenomenal looking game already, but even on low settings, it still managed to look impressive on the cutscenes. There are loads of people in the PC gaming community, but not all of them want the best of the best PC to play video games. They just want something that they can use to play the games they want to play, and playing on low settings is the one way to go. I personally prefer games that are more stylized than games with realistic graphics, but this person thinks differently. I'd rather devs push the industry forward instead of staying stale on a 1990s stylized graphic style. Yeah, well, that's your opinion. But realistically, the gaming industry will have game developers that do either, or even both. I'm happy either way, even if I do prefer more stylized graphics. Stylized games just hold the industry back with an outdated style. Yeah, that's a no on this one, because games innovate a lot more than just graphically. Say what you want about Hoyo games, at least they experiment and try to innovate on other sectors than graphics. But okay, since we're only talking about graphics, it's all up to personal preference at the end of the day. There will be game developers that push for innovation, but there will also be game developers that keep them stylized. Either way, gamers win, so don't worry about it. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a cat. And also huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your name among these legends, then check out the links below, just $1. And you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show stream channel. Link below, go subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.